Greetings, fellow mayors. This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to the Masterclass series for new and veteran players to help improve their city building and city management skills. And we have returned to Hanami Bay, and as you can see, the city continues to look absolutely majestic. And not only is she beautiful, but if you look at the city stats, we have a healthy bank with a decent weekly income. Our population fluctuates from 90,000, but more importantly, our traffic flow without traffic manager is sitting at a decent 93%. And again, we are at pretty much 90,000 population. However, as the city grows and as we continue to develop and fill in the remaining tiles, it becomes more and more difficult to maintain a decent traffic flow. But you can control that by having proper road connections, as we did in the previous episode, and also having the right proper planning for your transportation, which is what our episode is about today. So I will plan our transportation here in this new section. But as a reminder of how we plan it, so if we take a look, so we have, for instance, here, we have a metro station here that is connected to this on this end. And in the same time, it has a tram track that loops around. So I try to color coordinate if I do remember. So this red goes around here. And then here on this side, I have bus routes. So the idea is, so in this section, the buses will collect the people, the passengers, and then they will take them to the tram track here, and also the metro line, which will take them to a further distance. So it depends on where they are. So here I also have another one, right? So this one is connected to this side here. So basically that is my my pattern. So I have a long distance transportation, which is metro or train, whatever you have, and then you have trams to kind of filter them in, and then from there in the circle area or within a smaller distance, you have your buses that will also filter them close to wherever your main station is. So here the bus station is there, and then they can walk down here attending this. So if you take a look, right, this is how you reduce the number of vehicles on your roads. And so now we are going to plan that here. So how do we connect that? So first we need to check what we currently have. So I have this here. This is a metro stop, and I can definitely put a station here. I also have this station, this elevated metro station, and we have a track. However, you do not want to put a metro station here to connect to this. Why? Because this is a very, very close distance. What you want is you want your long distance to go as further as possible, and if they go beyond a road network. So for instance here, this will go on this end, so it's like beyond this. Ooh, we do have some traffic building up, but today's episode is not about fixing traffic. So for instance, this one also, this will go to this one, and we also have a few more underground ones. So that is why I will not make a station here for this elevated metro track. However, we will connect this one to here, and let's go ahead and plan that. And we also need to have a tram route going around here in one way or another. So let's go ahead and plan that. Also, I have this little format that I do on my avenues or arterial roads, where I have fencing and all of that. So I need to maintain that all throughout the city so it is uniform. However, on this side, I think I'm gonna use something different. So we're gonna start building now, and I'm gonna put in a stadium. Let's see what looks nice. Okay, I think I will go with this, the community soccer park, because as you can see, it goes like at a weird angle like this. But again, I need to make space for my planting. So I'm gonna pause the game, and then I'm just gonna place it. Oops, we still need some road. Okay, so the format is there is a 3-tile distance, and now I have my 3 tiles, so that is the connection. I do have what is that called? I do have Move It mod, so and Anarchy installed, but nevertheless, it doesn't totally break the game. Okay, that's like a small thing. So now on this end, as you can see, it is at an angle. So I am going to create a road going to this end. Okay, that looks, yeah, that looks pretty decent. And I'm looking at the distances between the interchanges, intersections. So this is pretty good. And here, I will create my first tram stop. So let's see, I want to place it somewhere in the middle, and I also need one that goes in this direction. So first, let me handle this. So let's see, again, you need to check the distances. So I will make it about here. Yeah, so that is a good distance for vehicles in order to do their business. And then from here, let's create a small section here. Okay, there we go. I think I like that. So without context, this will be difficult to comprehend. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and add in our actual stops. So for instance, if we take a look, again, this is our loop route, right? This red tram stops, or yeah, tram route. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into specifically just trams. Then we're gonna make this trams of roads. And now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to relocate this. So notice how I've always planned to put a stop here. So now we have it right over here. And this one here will be a different section. Now, so I have this, again, this loop, right? Now I need to create another loop going this way, some way or another. So that is the plan that we have. I think this, I'll have to, let's remove this because this does absolutely nothing. Okay, there'll be some minor flooding, but then our pump truck should be able to gather all the excess water. Okay, so now we need to plan how this is going to kind of make our loop around. This one I'm going to upgrade. We are going to make this tram with road. And I don't want to be using the medium or large size roads. So now we need this to somehow go here. But before we add here, I think we need to finalize this side. And the other thing that I want to add is the actual, like, kind of, what is this? I plan to do campus here, and it's going to take some time to do. So therefore, I'm going to add it now because it takes years for it, in-game years, for the campus to level up. So this will be a different episode altogether. Okay, so I've added in our campus here. There will be no explanation. That will be for another episode. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, because we have no trucks that are able to go in that direction. So let's go ahead and fix that right now. Let's use the tram with road. So for now, that's our road layout. And this one, I'm not sure what I want to put here. Let's just make it go this way. And of course, we need to upgrade this road network. Okay, so now buses should be able to go here. Okay, so now our loop is going to be something like this. I could still adjust this, right? So I need to put a stop here, a stop there, and a stop here. So speaking of which, so now I'm going to focus on this side. Let's go ahead and we're going to use kind of like the same format here. So I'm going to smooth this out. Okay, we'll wait for the water to settle. And while that's happening, now I'm going to plan this elevated tram track. So it has to go through here, and then we're gonna create a stop somewhere on this side. So a good location would be somewhere here, so it can directly go over. Yep, let's take a closer look. Yep, that's enough. That's enough headroom. Okay, there you go. Perfect. And this should be fixed. There you go. And let's add in more of the hotels and retreats buildings, because there's nothing else you can do when it comes to water. There is fishing from Sunset Harbor DLC. I guess we could add that in. Oop, it is underwater. If it is underwater and you're playing on PC, that's because you have Anarchy on, so you just need to turn this one off. And then if you plop it down again, there you go, and it is no longer underwater. Okay, that took a while, but finally we got it in. So we have the requirements of a nature, and then we just need sightseeing locations and shopping. So that should be easy enough to do. With that, let's just make sure the terrain is flat enough. And for the sightseeing buildings, we're gonna go to Content Creator Pack. No, actually this one. And we've already used up all the seaside resorts buildings. I don't want to use this. We're gonna be using these ones instead. These are from the Mountain Village Content Creator Pack. Okay, let's just find a decent location. Okay, let's check if it fulfills. Oh, there's no electricity, that's why it's not working. As soon as this is powered, it should no longer be complaining. 46. This is maximized. This is not really. Okay, so we need like another structure. Okay, it's full, it's full, it's full. That's perfect. And now we simply need to fill in these areas. So I'm going to create a district here, and it's going to be similar like the other side where we used is that African literature. So again, we will have to zone 4x4 to get the right building type that I'm looking for. Then I'm going to add in a mixture of some low density, just so that we have the type of houses that I'm kind of looking for, which is our level 1 wooden. Okay, so I think the stop will have to be placed over here. So I need to plan something on this side. My apologies if this looks a little confusing, but let me just work this out. Okay, so this is our stop here. We have another stop here, and this one, as you can see, it's creating traffic because it has a four-way interchange. I could remove the traffic lights, which will kind of help. But a good practice is to like try not to have four-way intersections. So how do we remedy this? First, let me just build something here. So I'm gonna connect these together. Okay, and then this one, you know, it might be okay. Yeah, it might be fine. Okay, perhaps I'll just leave it as is. However, majority are just choosing to take this one. Nevertheless, let's fill in this side. Let's put a so my plan is, oops, my plan is has always been to have our high rise on this side, right? As you can see, it goes here, and now we're gonna apply that going into this side. So we need some high rise structures here. So for this one, we need kind of like the tallest building possible, or whatever we're gonna use. Well, so I suppose we'll go for this one. That is humongous. That is absolutely breathtaking and very, very intimidating. So everything around it needs to be about the same height. So it's going to be a little challenging filling this out so it doesn't look like out of place. So notice how I don't put like my road layout first. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm putting the structures first. Because sometimes when you put your layout and then you start putting in buildings, they do not fit. So therefore, this is my method, and I feel that this is much more efficient compared to adding in your roads first. Wow, these guys are really, really intimidating. I feel like some of them are a little too close together. Let's create our zone here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add in some offices. And I am going to make this into local and organic produce when it comes to commercial zoning. So let's zone a few commercial here. Okay, she's starting to come together. We'll just continue filling in these areas. Oh, these are not the offices that I was looking for. Oh, I forgot to create the, there you go. It should be IT cluster. All right, my mistake. Okay, so now they should be behaving properly. Let's see, and towards the back, I think we'll try to add in a large stadium type building. Then let's try to add some parks in between. Anarchy broke through it. Unfortunately, let's see if I can relocate this. Oh, as much as possible, we don't want to build here because we don't want to build across or along the border. Otherwise, it's going to be very extremely obvious that that is the border of our city. So I'm going to try to avoid that. We're going to try to make it a different shape as much as possible. Do we not have electricity? Oh, we do. And here, I think we might be able to squeeze in a few high density. So this will just be the standard high density buildings. One thing I missed to zone in is a park area. So let's I could use this or create a new park. I think I would rather just use this one. Just make this as big as possible. So we are using one park. We're not creating new ones, otherwise they're gonna need to upgrade again. Okay, so now I can add in the gates. Okay, so as I mentioned, I knew this was going to be an issue. Yeah, very early I knew this was going to be an issue. Therefore, what I'm going to do is I am going to convert this to just a tram track. So now, if anybody wants to go here, they will have to take this route. And there they are. They're gonna take that because that is the only way to get in. And let's finish up this side. So for those new here, my format is we have our beachfront, we have our African miniature with the straw umbrellas, so it really fits nicely here. I'm using these buildings, and then for going upward, we are using this, the keys, so it looks neatly going up. And now we're gonna close it on this end. Now I have to decide how are they going to go up. Maybe from here. Then they go this way. Oh, this should have nothing on there. Let's change this to, you know what? Actually, it's correct. I just need this to go up. Okay, and here we're gonna make it slope. Then we're just back to the normal roads on this end. So I just remembered I'm using these type of roads so we don't have any parking on this side like this one. That one I cannot change unless I use a mod, and as much as possible I avoid adding more mods than necessary. So I only use like the essentials. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in this side just to keep up with the theme. Let's add in some of those buildings down here. Let's extend the zone. Add in some staircases. And I think that's it. That's all we need. Doing our little zoning. Again, it has to be 4x4, otherwise the wrong building will pop in. Either 4x4 or 4x3s. The rule is it has to be 4x4 when it comes to African miniature. Ooh, this is not it. And with the remaining spaces, I'll let it pop up first before I add in the other structures. Okay, so this then, all we need to do is just to connect these together. One thing that we forgot was to add in the necessities like this, the cemetery. So I'm going to let's see. Yeah, let's place it on this end. And this, the elder care buildings. This will help reduce the amount of death in your city. Let's put them right next to each other. And here, let's see what we can fit here. Let's put in an observatory. No, I'm second thought. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to unlock this, the fusion power plant, and we need to construct the observatory to do that. So, this is not an ideal location, but I think I have to just for the sake of unlocking that structure. This is not a good spot when there's like tall buildings nearby. I guess I'll put it here. Then I'll keep this open. And now it's asking for the life and death fountain. Okay, there it is. We found it, and we have a perfect spot for it right here. Next one is Science Center. Okay, I like this location. I think it's perfect. Let's put it over here. Okay, so we have like tall buildings, and then it's gonna grow smaller. And let's go ahead and fill in this side. Okay, let's just take a look at what it looks like. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, it's going here. We got our tall ass buildings over there. It's gonna, yeah, so we have that staircase look. Ooh, this is an absolute staircase right here. So, and then it starts to go down, and we will need a few more on this end. Let me go ahead and finish this one. So here I'm going to plan where exactly it's gonna go, or roughly. So it should be around here. So around there, and so this will have to just go straight right through. Okay, and I will leave that alone because our focus is on this side of the map. Before we go any further, there are a few things that I actually forgot to add in. So I have our tram loop, but what we don't have is our stop here. So we have our metro line, but we did not create a station here. So that is what I will add right now. I just need to find an appropriate spot. Okay, I think we have the right station. I will place this here. So adding this will provide more options of where to place things. So there it is, and now all I need to do is connect it. So let's proceed on doing that. So I need this to connect here, and then this can go elsewhere. Okay, and for now, this will do. And the other thing that I missed to add was adding the Père Leon building. That is a request by our good friend Zabu. Let's find that structure. I know it is here. So here it's actually called Torre Giola. I hope I pronounced it correct. Let's see if I can. Let's see if we can squeeze this in here. Nope, this will not fit. Let's see. So there are two structures for this one. There's this one, which is the Centrale. I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is the taller one. So I think it makes sense to put it on this end. And then we have the shorter one over here. And this, I think I will make this into a private park. Let's see what the buildings we can place here. Ah, this one, the hot air balloon. I've not actually added this in the whole game, so I think this will be a pretty sweet spot for it to take off and also land. And then it's gonna hit the building possibly. You gotta be an expert pilot in order to maneuver that smoothly. Okay, let's add in the other things here. Okay, that'll take a hot minute for things to fill in. So I know there's a lot of holes because right now we are waiting for things to develop. And on this side, it should actually continue. So therefore, let's continue to add roads and let's see. And on this end, I actually want to add another stadium type of building. And on this end, I just want this to be clear. I don't want to have this to be filled with too many things. I basically just want the focus to be on this part. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, wow, I really envision that. There's a triangle, perfect triangle, and then it flattens out there. This area here needs to be filled in because there's like a huge gap of like absolutely nothing. So we need to add some pathways and whatnot. And it appears we are missing one more major component, and that is garbage. So as you can see, it is accumulating. So I will place a garbage facility. Should be somewhere here where it will not interfere. You know what? I could replace this one. We don't need this. There you go. So it still will blend in, hopefully. And let's go ahead and continue planting trees here. And as you can see, the garbage is slowly being picked up. Actually, yeah, this is not supposed to be this kind of stadium. This should have been just the generic type. My apologies. So something of this. So what I love about the local and organic produce commercial buildings is that they usually come with their own trees. So and it helps kind of blend in, and it makes it easier to decorate, especially filling in these parts. So for instance here, all I need to do is just plant trees and it would already look fitting. And there we have it. We have finally completed our beachfront. So let's take a closer look. So now it looks fabulous. And if you look from afar, if we're looking at that. Oh yeah, that looks right. Everything is on this side of the map only. This side is continuing the theme of mid to low rise. It's very, very hard to be this disciplined. Like this one, I kind of failed, right? I was like tempted, but I think that'll be my evidence of my failure. But that's all right. And here we have our high rise. We're continuing the layout on this end, and we're most likely gonna do the same here. This one will be something else. Let's see. So now let's go ahead and add in our transportation because this is what this episode is about. So I will create a tram stop even though it is not, like, that whole area is not fixed. So we will have one here and it will likely go around here and have another stop there, then here, and then it will rotate back, and we simply need another route going the other direction, and we will create our own stations there once we develop that area. Okay, now when it comes to our bus stops, all we need to do is we already have this. I just need to drag this across. Let's see, let's put it all the way at this end. And then we're just gonna create more stops at different locations. I just need to drag, oops, drag please. Why are you not dragging? Click and drag, there you go, click and drag. So it doesn't want to go there, but that's alright. So we'll put one here, and I'll take this one, put it on this end, and let's see, let's create, yeah, I think that's good. So we have a route going all the way around there. We got this, and we need to do our metro. So this one is inactive. What happened to this one? Okay, I'm not sure what that is about. Let's connect this one, rotate this back, and then, ooh, it's still there. Create a new track, I suppose, or we'll just drag that one. What track is this? So it broke. Okay, we're gonna have to just redo it. No problem. Okay, there we are. And we have our transportation in place. We have our layout. And yep, all of this here will be mid to low rise. So it's gonna continue this. And this one will just be high rise on this end. And where is our blimp? Let's take a ride on our blimp to end the episode. Where is she? Aha,